acknowledge the strength and resilience of the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung, who have never ceded sovereignty and retained their strong connections to family, clan and country, despite the impacts of European invasion. We also acknowledge the significant contributions made by other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to life in Yarra. We pay our respects to elders from all nations here today and to their elders past, present and future. All councillors are in attendance, all relevant officers. Councillors, in accordance with the process, I'm going to ask each of you to make a conflict of interest declaration. You may respond, I do, to the following question. Do you declare you have familiarised yourself with the matters being presented to this meeting and that you do not have a conflict of interest? Councillor Aston?
I do.
Councillor Crossland?
I do.
Councillor Davies?
I do.
Councillor Gomez?
I do.
Councillor Harrison?
I do.
Councillor Ho?
I do.
Councillor Wade?
I do.
Councillor McKenzie?
I do.
And I do as well. We're here, it's in relation obviously to the council plan, which is deferred. We've got an amendment from Councillor Harrison. Councillor Harrison, can we get off governance? Can we get it on the screen? Do we have a seconder for this? No? Councillor Davies? Thank you, Councillor Davies. Councillor Harrison, would you like to speak? You've got, Councillor Wade, you've got a question?
Could I propose a very minor amendment just before Councillor Harrison speaks to it so she can speak to this if she wants to? Just for 3, Roman numeral 3, would you consider having, instead of replace safe cycling routes with safety on paths shared with cyclists, would you consider having keeping safe cycling routes and safety on paths shared with cyclists? I just don't want to imply that disabled people can't cycle, and that's currently just the framing a little bit implies that disabled people wouldn't be cycling.
Do you accept that amendment, Councillor Harrison?
But it definitely retains your addition, which I think is good.
Okay, so long as...
Yeah, no,
so long as my wording remains, that it's an addition, not... It's
an addition, there's no replacement words. So that's accepted. So governance, have you got... Can you... second for that, I'll second Councillor Wade's.
Sorry, I think what we're being asked is just to make sure the wording is clear. So it's just to basically... So it says under the first bullet point, after, and then delete the strike through on safe cycling routes.
Are you happy with that, Councillor Harrison?
Yeah. So you can
after the word, yeah, after safe cycling routes, so the strike through goes on safe cycling routes, and then say the width changes to an add, and then after the first quotation mark, put the word and. Does that read right to everybody? Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks everybody.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for agreeing to that, Councillor Harrison. Councillor Harrison, your 3 minutes starts now. Yeah, just explain what it is. That's fair enough. Yeah, explain the gist of the motion, and then you'll have 3 minutes to speak to it.
Okay, so essentially the first part is to change the title that was used. So the title Disability Act was used rather than Disability Action Plan, and the Disability Action Plan is what's required under the legislation. The other is really just to more accurately describe progress on the updated strategy and action plan and the work that's happened in the 24-25 year. In terms of the other things, if we move down, well, there's a minor change with regards to the cyclist and safety on paths shared with cyclists. If we move down, then we are looking at requesting a report for additional information, which will come back next February. So the whole point is to get information that was previously provided in the annual report in the last iteration and previous iterations, to make sure that we're actually recording progress on things like DDA compliance work, the installation of accessible parking bays, but also that we actually record expenditure on cycleways, footpaths and pedestrian infrastructure, which is, they're actually all things that community members are raising very frequently, certainly with me, and I think that...
you're getting into debate there, so...
Okay, so that's essentially what I'm requesting.
Okay, are there any questions to the... everyone understands what the motion is? Yes, good. Your 3 minutes to move that motion starts now. Councillor Harrison, thank you.
Okay, so this is really about council making a real effort on disability access and inclusion and recording what we're doing, benchmarking at this point and you know, certainly with what was set out in the Council Plan 2025-2029, the Council Plan for the new Council, there's a lot of commitments in there in terms of access and inclusion, and I'm very keen to make sure that we are actually solidly working towards actions that are going to fulfil on those commitments. So that is why I've requested the additional report and also changes to the annual report tonight. I don't think I have much more to say other than to say I really want council to be doing a lot more in this space and to be doing a lot better, and I want this to be visible. Thanks.
Thank you. Councillor Davies.
Only to add to Councillor Harrison's points that it's a really important aspect. We must be recording the data. We need those benchmarks, and I think this is a great addition.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak to this motion? Councillor Wade.
I will, just to say that I think this is a good addition, and I'm really pleased to support it and to see more reporting in this space.
Thank you. Anyone else? Councillor Crossland.
Thank you. Just to say, as the fellow Disability Advisory Committee delegate, I welcome these changes and look forward to the report that will come.
Anyone else? Okay. Would you like to exercise your 2-minute right of reply? No? Okay. We'll put that motion. All those in favour, please raise your hand. That is passed unanimously, and on that basis, I'm going to close the meeting at 8:31 p.m. Please stay in the room for the final welcome everybody to the second extraordinary meeting for tonight. Yarra City Council acknowledges the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung people as the traditional owners and true sovereigns of the land now known as Yarra. We acknowledge their creative spirit Bunjil, their ancestors and their elders. We acknowledge the strength and resilience of the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung, who have never ceded sovereignty and retain their strong connections to family, clan and country, despite the impacts of European invasion. We also acknowledge the significant contributions made by other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to life in Yarra. We pay our respects to elders from all nations here today and to their elders past, present and future. We have all the councillors here, all the relevant officers here. Councillors, I'm going to have to ask you again, please respond I do if you do not have a conflict of interest. Do you declare you have familiarised yourself with the matters being presented to this meeting and that you do not